Then, why is it important? Why is space law important? Well, why bother? Why is it exactly important? So, the why is simple because it's inevitable. It's inevitable for us to get to space. It's very inevitable for us. Once we started going to space, it became impossible for us to live. Humanity is a very adventurous and explorative species. We like to go out. We like to see worlds unknown. We like to see so much outside there, and because of that, it becomes inevitable that we are not really going to leave space. Elon Musk has promised to put human beings on Mars by 2030. And by the looks of it, he really might pull it off. And because now space is such an integral part of our lives, we can't ignore it. There is nothing we can do to ignore it. So it's such an integral part of our lives. So because of that, it's important. Now, the other question would be, why in Africa? Why do we have this whole space hubs thing? Why do we have this whole movement coming up with space things? You want to just confuse us? No. Currently, there are 43 satellites that have been launched by African states. Now, that may blow your mind, but yes, 43 of them and counting, and these satellites have done so much for the continent so far, and they are still doing a lot. We're looking at things like remote sensing. We're looking at things like GPRS. We're looking at things like GLONASS. You didn't know about that too? It exists. Global navigation systems, they exist. And the thing is, we can't stand back and just be a spectator in the whole race for space that other states have carried out. For perspective, there are over 2,000 satellites in outer space and counting. And of those 2,000, I've not added Elon Musk's Starlink satellites. So they are quite a number of them. And we really are lagging behind. Actually, when you start to think about it, when you put it in perspective, you realize exactly how far the continent is lagging. And because of that, we want to build a robust system for space policy and space management in Africa. And once we do that, then we're going to have a proper seat at the table, at the elders' table, like it's often said in proverbial terms, So it is very, very interesting when you get to start to think about it. And because we are getting into the space area, we are going to need laws, we are going to need policies, we are going to need guidelines, roadmaps, and because of that, this is why space law is so important. In fact, I always tell my friends that space law is the next holy grail for any student that is very passionate about law at all. It's the next holy grail. You can't miss it, you can't dismiss it. So taking up such a career is very interesting, and it's such an interesting place to be.